Welcome to Monique's chat room, where real life stories light the room. Cheating hearts and meddling kin, we talk it all, let healing begin.
Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to Monique's chat room. Today I am continuing on the series What Fuels Negativity in a Relationship. In my previous video, we talked about, I just gave all the factors that contribute or causes negativity or fuels negativity in relationships. So one of the in that video we talked about communication, so you can go watch that video and hear all about it. But today I want to talk about one of the other factors, that is unmet needs. Now, in a relationship, whether it's a marriage or just a long-term relationship or people cohabiting, there are different kind of needs in it, and the needs, there's emotional need. So when you don't feel emotionally close to your partner, that brings about a feeling of loss and disconnection. You want to feel safe and comfortable within your relationship. You want, when you are unable to be vulnerable with someone that you are in a relationship with, that is not a good thing, because you can't really voice out the feelings that are deep inside you, or things that could affect your behavior, but to voice them out so that the person can understand you better when things happen. If you're not able to, if you feel like you're not able to be vulnerable with your partner, that need is unmet, because you feel like you have to keep guarding yourself all the time. There's also need for emotional support within a relationship. When something happens, or even something didn't happen, it could be your partner has come home from an event or from work or whatever, and they are voicing out to you, maybe they are drained, or even on their way home something happens and they're trying to talk to you about it, in order to have that relief, but you kind of not interested, not wanting to listen. Maybe you focus on something else, right? Give them the feeling of maybe, yeah, they're disturbing you with what they're saying, or they're talking too much, or whatever. That emotional support, if when it's absent, these are all parts of unmet need. Another aspect is the practical needs. The practical needs, like sharing responsibility. I mean, it's not okay to feel like it's a responsibility of a man to shoulder every single thing in a family or in a relationship. I personally don't think it's fair. Yes, the man is the head of the home, but being that head, the head also has a neck that supports it. So it can, cause a negative a negative feeling or negativity for the man who is being left to shoulder every single thing in a relationship. I mean, the responsibility doesn't have to be shared equally. If it doesn't go down well with you, to do 50-50, but at least be supportive, even if it's 30%, 25%, just so that your partner, I mean, I'm saying men because most of the time is the men that shoulders that are expected to shoulder every single thing. I mean, there are some relationship women, the woman in the relationship is the one who is carrying most of the responsibilities, while the man is doing other things, maybe being the one to look after the children more when children are involved, or supporting as much as he can because the woman is earning much more, that kind of thing. But generally, majority of the time is the man who is also always expected to shoulder the responsibility. But let there be that sharing responsibility in the relationship. It helps to bring about relief, you know and it helps to it, so that the person doesn't one person in the relationship doesn't feel like they have to keep thinking and being calculative all the time, especially when the person is earning just about enough to show pay the bills and shoulder whatever responsibility that there is within that relationship or within that family. um then there's also a need to share quality time, to create time with each other. When I say quality time, it's not just bedroom dance. That's not just about quality time. Quality time when you actually have meaningful interaction with each other. And yeah, so when you have meaningful interaction with each other, you spend time together and actually see each other, do activities together, those kind of things. When it's lacking in a relationship, that is a need, whether we like it or not, no matter how busy we are, is a need that needs to be fulfilled if you don't want negativity to brew or become resident in your relationship, because it can cause like feeling like they don't really have much in common, as human beings. um then that can lead to silent separation, and some people can say growing apart, when you don't really talk, you know. So then another factor is financial stability. Financial stability is very essential in terms within a relationship when you think of meeting needs. Because we've all got we all need money for one thing or the other. We need money for paying bills, we need money for our personal need, sometimes we need money to even help relatives, so, and you also need money to feel comfortable within yourself as a human being. You're not probably not planning to spend that money, just have some savings. So when there's financial instability, that you just feel like you're not, that it's not there, you're not getting the support, or um you don't know how much you're gonna make per time, or you don't even know when next you're gonna be able to make money. That instability causes a lot of problems. It can lead to arguments, misunderstandings, frustration, yeah. um Again, we're talking about financial stability, supporting each other is also important here. When one person only is bearing everything, and no kind of support at all, and it's not like they're earning so much that they can carry everything and still have a lot left. I mean, that can affect someone's behavior. It can cause stress and lead to someone lashing out unnecessarily, because we can say unnecessarily because you don't know what's going on in the person's mind at that time. Maybe that moment you want to spend quality time, or you know you want to have a conversation. Yeah, it's quality time. It's the moment that the mind is thinking about everything he has to deal with and not having enough to deal with them properly, you know. Yeah, it can cause a rash behavior that you would think, oh, what have I done? Not necessarily that you've done anything in that moment, but it's financial stability can lead to so many different unpleasant things in a relationship. Um, okay, so intimacy. Now this is about the bedroom dance. This is a need that need to be fulfilled. I mean, some people will say, oh, is it food? It's not food. Well, it's not physical food, but it is a need that when it's absent in a relationship, and there's no mutual agreement for it to be upset. I mean, if people have chosen to be celibate in their relationship and just not include bedroom dance, but everything else is going on, and they both agree, or you know they both accept it, then there won't be any problem. But I'm talking about a situation where is expected to be present and is not present. Maybe one person has, you know, is just not paying attention or not receptive in that department. That can lead to cheating, that can lead to arguments, that can lead to emotional detachment. Yeah, and these are the kind of negativity that I'm talking about when and it fuels it. It just fuels it. It kind of complicate things. Basically, maybe there's one thing that you're resenting your partner for before, and then now in the bedroom they're also ignoring you, and there was no agreement initially for that to be absent. You know, that can cause all sorts of problems in a relationship. Another factor is respect and autonomy. Now, when people hear respect, most of the time they're thinking, oh yeah, respect your man, this and that. Yes, you need to respect your man. Men love respect so much. I mean, I think that's number one on their list, a woman who respects them. But for you as well as a woman, you also need to feel that respect, and the man who loves you wouldn't have a problem respecting you. And when I talk about respect, it's not like fearing you, baby, because you're earning more money or anything like that. No, it's about caring, yeah, for your feelings, like your feelings, you know, them feeling like your feeling matter, and they actually care about what you think. They actually care about how you see things, you know. Where if someone is in a relationship where there's zero respect, even there's no autonomy for you as a person, like you can't, I think it's a kind of a level of abuse in a way of a extreme control. And when I say this, I'm talking about having zero autonomy, like you can't decide to do anything in that relationship. Everything is like, oh, you went out without my permission. Oh, you so you bought this jacket without my permission, you know, that kind of a thing. And these are things that has happened in real life. I'm telling you, you might think it's a joke, is not. So when you can't even hang out with your friends, you can't go out to pamper yourself. Maybe you want to go to the sauna, or go and, you know, pamper yourself, have your pedicure done, and they feel like, ah, no, 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 I don't want that. You know, you're okay the way you are. But how about what you want for yourself as an individual? So you can't even do anything as a person. Everything has to be by their permission, you know. So that fuels negativity, because how long are you going to take that for? you know, they will get to a point where you can no longer take it, and you start feeling miserable, and you start being calculative, and you start probably hiding, you know, to do things. Or if it's something that you would do and you can't hide it, you just start lying, or you don't do it anyway because you don't want trouble. But then deep down you're miserable, and you gradually start resenting this person, you know, because it's one thing, you can't go to pamper yourself without permission. The next, you can't hang out with your friends without permission. The next thing, you can't do this or you can't do that, you know. Yeah. Also, respect for each other, like just mutual respect, not nothing too much, you know. And your partner is talking, don't try to talk over them. Let them finish, whether you agree or not. Let them finish, and then you can air your own mind. That kind of a thing is very important in a relationship. Have you just feel, you know, it's important you have your boundary, like have your deal breaker, and let your partner know about it, so that they know that it's not everything they do that they can explain away, you know, or say I'm sorry, and okay, you go. No, there are things like your deal breaker can be cheating. Like you can't accept a cheating person, and if the person cheats on you, and that's it. But whatever it is, or maybe you can accept cheating, but you can't accept someone who puts hands on you. You know, it's up to you what your deal breaker is. I'm not going to tell anyone, an adult, what their deal breaker is supposed to be, but have your boundaries that way, and let your partner know what your no-go area is. So if they really care about you, if they really want you, then they won't go there, you know, no matter what. Yeah, so these are the things that are under unmet needs or meeting needs, you know. So yeah, so don't forget to like, share, and drop a comment. Subscribe to my channel, please, because that will help me to, that will encourage me to keep going, to keep dropping these videos. And don't forget, there are deeper topics coming on this channel. There are things in the area of divorce that I want to touch, that I just feel like someone who haven't gone through it doesn't really understand, and they don't really talk about it. When people discuss such things at all, they don't really talk about it because they don't get it. So those are deep things we're going to be talking about on this channel. So keep tuning in. Thank you for coming to listen to me today in Monica's chat room. My name is Monica Ngozi. I'll speak to you in a few days. Bye-bye.
Real life, real talk at your pace. Monica's True, your safe space. Real life, real talk at your pace. Monica's True, your safe space. Real life.